Today on Cool Tools, I'm sharing a second book by an author that I am growing to love more and more every day. A while back, I reviewed a book by Don McCunn, How to Make Sewing Patterns, and there are a lot of things in that book I'm still eager to try. I shared how to create shape for a calf in leggings out of his book. I'll put a link to that video in the description below so you can check that out. But what was very, very exciting was Don took the time to comment on that video and then send me complimentary copies of his other two books. His new book, Fashion and Costume Design in Quarter Scale, is amazing. There are so many things in there I want to share with you, but I'm going to hold off on sharing that book with you because I'm working on planning to have Don come on my channel during a FabFit Friday for a really fun sewing chat. So I'm going to save that book for later. But what I want to share with you today is how to make custom bras and lingerie. Now, if you've been following along with me, you know that I'm dabbling in making my own underwear, which is something I never thought I would do, and I never thought I would be interested in doing it. But it's turning out to be this really fun, sort of like a side gig project to all of the main things I have going on. I ordered 20 yards of fusible elastic from Bra Builders a couple days ago after the wash dry test for that elastic came out so wonderful. I'm very excited about that elastic, so I can't wait for that to get here so I can, make some more underwear. But in the meantime, I was leafing through Don's book, and he has a really cool way of, using your body measurements to just draft a very easy underwear patterns. And he has a variety of styles that you can follow along and do. I decided to work with the fitted brief pattern because I felt like that was getting me close to the hipster thing I'm working on. And you can see here, I just want to show you first in the book, here are the step-by-step instructions. And I think you can see from these instructions, he includes photos of steps and also diagrams for drafting the actual pattern. It was very easy for me to follow. I only needed to take, 5 measurements that were very easy to do to get, to have the measurements I needed to draft this. And I have a tip for you. I used a sew tight, one of these little circle dot sew tights, to hold my tape measure at center back to do the crotch and then the back measurement I needed from center back to leg opening. So you can see here is my front view, and you can see I'm measuring my crotch length because you need that, and then that corresponds to this vertical line here. And then if you look at this back view of me taking measurements, you can see the little sew tight is securely holding the tape measure at center back. I think this is a wonderful tip if you're working by yourself and you don't have anyone to help you do measurements. Sew tight dot holds the tape measure. So I took those measurements, and then here's a side view of me. And you'll notice, if you're wondering what I'm wearing here, I put my new skirt on, and I took the skirt and I tucked it up into the neckline of my top, so just the shorts of my skirt were in place, and that gave me a good foundation to take all these measurements. So you can see I, defined my waist, and then I used a piece of elastic to define the shape of my leg opening. So this was really fun. I worked on this yesterday when it was like 100 degrees in my studio, and I decided this would be a really fun thing to share with you. So my resulting pattern looks like this. Basically, after you get your crotch measurement, which I made a full, to the natural waist brief here, just to see how that would work out. You've got a front waist, back waist, and you use your quarter measurements. Then you get your hip measurement in there, and then the depth of your full hip, and that becomes your side seam, okay? And then with a few other guidelines to help you create the leg opening, you measure from center back down to where your leg opening is, which mine went 9.5 inches, and then in the front you measure from the waist to the leg opening, and that was 6 inches. So you put those little guidelines there, and then you draw a leg opening. Now, interestingly, this pattern does not account for stretch. So because underwear is such a small garment, what you do is you make a sample or a fit knit muslin of your underwear, and then you use that muslin to fine-tune the fit. So I'm very excited to try this, and I will be sharing during an upcoming FabFit Friday my results, but it's very exciting. So very excited about the underwear, drafting my own. Then the other thing I'm really excited about is I have G-cup bust. I wear a giant sports bra, and that really limits the styles of tops that I can wear in terms of, straps and sleeveless, and what I'm doing with my back. I have to make sure everything's covered. So the other thing that's in here that I'm extremely interested in trying is working with his unique bust sling bra design. And basically he shows you how to create that pattern in a similar way to how he showed how to make the underwear pattern. And then he also shows you how to incorporate it into garments. So I'm really excited about this. You can see that in the bust sling bra, there's variations. You can do an X back, there's princess seam, there's a double band. I'm very excited about this because he also shows how to incorporate these into garments. So like if I wanted to make let's say I wanted to make a sleeveless top that had a crisscross back, I would never be able to wear that with my bra. But if I can make one of these bras that is the style of a garment I want to wear, or even attach it to a top, I'm not sure what I want to do yet, but okay, you can see here it's a really unique style. So you can do the basic bra, you can make a racer back, you can have a zipper opening. I think it would make a great nursing bra. There's an option for that. And then he shows how to make dresses and gowns and tops. So I'm really excited to try this because, again, I'm very limited in what I can wear with my big sports bra on. So I'm very excited about that. So definitely stay tuned for a sew-along for making one of these bust sling bras. I'm going to put a link an Amazon affiliate link in the description below. So if you want to check out this book, please do. And if you like to sew your own underwear and bras, I think this is a must-have for your book collection. So I definitely would check this out. I'm so excited. I do want to take a minute and thank Don for sending me these books. And also just for taking the time to comment on my channel. I thought that was just so nice of you. Thank you for that. If anybody has any questions or comments about this book or drafting underwear or anything else, please post those below and I will help you. If you're enjoying my content, consider liking and subscribing to my channel because it helps me grow. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for watching.